What's up, everybody? The movie guru here, and the wait is over. From season three, trailer has been revealed at San Diego Comic Con, and the trailer is out, and it is pure gold. I'm talking beyond expectations. I'm talking about mind blowing. But look, let's discuss, let's watch, and then let's rewatch, and then let's get into it. I was happy enough to be able to hear about some of the new cast members that we'll talk about. I got a list of people we see in the trailer and a couple of key words that I think is going to lead us to a whole bunch of clues. And I do have my theory for who Boyd was bringing out in the cart. So look, let's get into the trailer. Let's watch the video. And then, of course, let's discuss.
Oh my God.
Like a dream,
It was an ambush. How many did you save?
just like a dream.
You did the only thing you could do. And you lost.
Like a dream.
Look, we're still in this thing,
The day you walked away.
but we have no idea what we're dealing with.
Unfortunate. Feel your heart feel like a dream.
Things are getting worse around here, aren't they?
Boyd, we're out of food.
Too many things are changing here. I have to remember
Remember what?
what's missing.
Nothing that I've been through is possible.
I think you're here for what's in the basement.
This place will not break us. We can still win. But the only way we go home is together.
Hello. The game here is rigged. Why can't they leave us alone?
No matter what this place throws at us, we're gonna find our way home.
Everybody just talks about how afraid they are of dying. Well, I don't think that's the worst thing that can happen to you here. Hello?
Like a dream.
You looking for these?
Into my life.
You can't save them all.
But things are really how they seem.
Whoa.
How they
Did I tell you or did I not tell you? Wow. Are you guys sitting on the edge of your seat like I am? Because, man, we got everything we were hoping for. Now, it's crazy because the 30-second trailer turned the game upside down, right? Everybody was excited. And we got 2 minutes and 25 seconds of pure gold, right? And so much to talk about. We see so much in this trailer. We see so many people. It's hard to tell if anybody's missing. Now, I did hear a couple keywords, and some of those keywords was ambush, how many died, the game here is so great, and then, of course, the glaring sound of the phone ringing. Now, there has been new additions to the cast. There is Samantha Brown, who we found out is one of the police officers, and we did. So I'll bring her up. So she is the one who we see outside of the ambulance, holding the gun, and then we see another person who I believe is. Let me bring him up. His name is Robert Joy. Now, Robert seems to be from CSI, right? And if you guys are fans of CSI, then you'll know that he is a seasoned actor, right? And so he is very much um, has the acting chops. So that means he's going to have a big role. That's what I'm trying to say. And I believe that he is playing a key role. And wanted to hold off to the end for my major spoiler, but of course, I believe he's playing Victor's dad, right? So we know that Victor's mom was in the world with Victor and his sister. Something happened to Victor's mom. We know she passed away. Victor's sister passed away. Victor left behind for all these years, raised in Fromville, and now we find his dad. So his dad has to be, almost 90 years old. But I mean, if he's, let's say, 25 to 30 years older than him, meaning Victor. So that's who I believe, or it could be his brother, it could be his uncle. So there is a couple other cast members or family members that he could be. It doesn't necessarily have to be Victor's dad because we still don't know who um, the other guy was who had the puppet, or if he was Victor's stepdad or something like that. But of course, we're gonna find out. And then, most importantly, we got a release date. The release date being September 22nd, right? So how amazing is that, right? That the show is coming back pretty much sooner than expected. I mean, September 22nd, that's like a month away, 2 months away, but can't wait. All right. So breaking this down further, who did we see in the trailer? So we saw Boyd, of course. We saw Jade. We saw Kenny. We saw Donna. We saw Jim hiking, right? So it looks like they went out in the woods. They went for a long, looks like hike. Now, at first I didn't know who he was with, but then I kind of saw that he is with Kenny. So here if we go, if I go back, I'm actually gonna go back. So if we go back, we see him and Kenny hiking in the woods, right? So they must be on a day trip. They must have a room with them. They must be prepared for whatever comes their way or whatever obstacles they face. Kenny has the gun. It looks like he picked up the badge. It looks like he did not pick up the pants. It looks like he's in some new some new pants, and he doesn't have the typical police uniform. So he could still be a civilian, but he could have picked up the badge again. And then what else do we see? So we see him them into the forest. Uh, we see them walking, and then we see them. I'm gonna skip around to certain parts, and then we see them sort of stop and stare at this point, right? And we see some sort of wicker, pagan, fey, type of things designed to scare you away, um, or keep out the spirits, right? That's probably what it was. Because remember, on this show, we deal with a lot of myth, mystery, and innuendos, and so that's what this could be. It doesn't look like it was a real skull. It looks like it was something made of wood, sticks, branches, and leaves. So uh, we don't see that it is actually real body, but we see their faces, and we see Kenny pull out his gun. And so it looks like they're looking at something. And then I'm just going to fast forward to what I believe they're looking at, right? Because here, if we go to this scene, we see similar structures, statues, or scarecrows, I'll call them scarecrows, and still made of wood, not actual people, a little bit of different design. And then what do we see behind it? This could either be a new town or a new village. So they went, guessing, a different direction. It looks like a half a day's journey, given the sun, the way the light is shining, it's not directly over, it's getting a little bit low. So it looks like they were either headed out somewhere looking for a place to camp, and then they came across this place, which is a little bit further from where they were or where anyone has gone before. And this looks like a new town, a new village. We don't really see anything else about the town or that specific area. We do see what looks like Jim. I'm sure this is Jim because Jim has horrible luck. We see Jim walk and he gets his right foot stuck in a bear trap. Painful, painful. And so I'm sure this was put there to keep out the creatures. And so I'm guessing that there's no creatures by them in this new village that they found. The creatures are only over there where Boyd and his people are from. That's what it looks like. We see Jim, so we don't know who this is actually, or if it's Kenny or Jim. I do believe that is Jim though. But and if I go back to the scene, trying to find out who has the lighter pants on, it looks like it could be somebody totally different because Kenny seems to have on lighter pants. Jim seems to have on black pants, right? So it doesn't look like it's Jim from this original shot. Or it could just be a darker color, but Jim actually might have on those same dark pants. That's all. So that's one storyline looks like here. Then it looks like we have Tabitha's storyline. Tabitha, we know, got out of Fromville by being pushed out of the lighthouse by the boy in white. She wakes up in the hospital, no memory. Well, she does have a memory. Can't believe that she made it. We see her here in that shot, that which is the way season two ended. Her looking out the window, scars on her face from the fall and the glass, and um, in what we believed was Newfoundland or something like that. I believed it was a northern New Hampshire area from one of my theory videos, uh, and that is where she possibly is. Now we see some more clips from Tabitha where she is. Looks like she's at a church. She's confessing to, well, not confessing, but saying that um, what she went through couldn't possibly be true. So she's in the Catholic Church speaking to the priest, and then here we see her. I'm guessing she found somebody in that same town who had a similar experience or similar story about family members, and they connected them. Guessing that person also went to the church, and so she goes here. We see a bottle tree similar to what she saw in the Fromville, and then we see inside the house, and we see if we look at the wall right here, it looks like young Victor, Victor's sister, and Victor's mom. Now, I can't tell if that's him or the person I believe we thought was Michael. So I can't really tell if that's this guy right here who's playing, who is Robert Robert Joy. I can't tell if that's Robert Joy in the pictures or not, but it could be. And then it looks like he takes it to a basement, which is creepy as all hell. Some strange guy. Please don't go into somebody's basement, even if you are trying to find out what happened in Fromville. But I can't tell if he's the one painting these with the nightmares and visions that he's having, or if Victor's sister or Victor painted them years ago, or Victor's mom. But it looks like they're painting pictures of the ghastly kids exactly, and which happen to be the same ones that Tabitha saw with, well, when she was with Julie coming out the barn, but Julie didn't see them. And so, I mean, that was very, very deep right there. And so that's looks to be some of Tabitha's storyline. We don't see much more of Tabitha in the trailer. They do have a shot of her standing, but we don't really get to understand where she's standing or what she was kind of looking at. She was just kind of standing there really quickly. And so we'll have to see where Tabitha ends up. I'm assuming that she's going to stay out there the rest of the season and looking for her way back. Now, picking up on Boyd's storyline, the teaser trailer showed Boyd pulling the cart. We see feet being hanging out at the bottom of the cart. We see Jade pulling the cart as well on the opposite side. Everybody in the town is sad, and we also see, which I feel is a key moment here, and I don't know if this was in the original trailer. We see this deer or cow. I can't really see what it was, if it's the deer or the cow right there with his throat slashed out. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And then we see Boyd carrying the body right into the church, and he's looking up. You see him looking up at God. And we know that there was a whole bunch of scenes in season 2 with Boyd just talking about God, right? Boyd talking about, you know, show him a sign and give him help and don't abandon us here. And he's back. He looks like he's back in his church to present his plea. Then we also see another scene of everybody in the church at what looks like a funeral, right? And the reason why I bring this up is because at the moment I saw this, I finally realized who died in the cart. And so this is one of the things that confirmed it. And then seeing this here with Kenny in the diner, nobody in the diner, him crying, let me know that Kenny's mom was the one that was killed in the attack. Man, they hitting hard, and that is who Boyd was in the teaser trailer saying that you were so strong and you can do this, because it was Kenny's mom. And then the other scene that let me know it was Kenny's mom is that when they showed Kenny's mom, and looks like they had the clips of the town being raided, and um, you know, something was going on, and this goes back to what Donna said, that it was an ambush and how many people died. And it looks like here it is. There's Kenny's mom under duress. We see Victor in the background, and it looks like we see it's the cow, and we see the milkman, which to me is the scariest one. So the milkman's got him cornered, and looks like getting ready to kill somebody. Looks like he got the cow out the way. Victor came in and grabbed him, but it looks like he was not able to save Kenny's mom. So Jesus, man, Kenny lost his mom and his dad. So that was, I mean, that is, woo, that's deep. That is deep. So that's my thoughts on who died. And there's also a couple other clues that I wanted to put together into this trailer as well. The jukebox. I did a video, or a theory video on what could possibly be up with the jukebox. I think it was one of my best videos. Definitely, I'll tag it in this video. Please go check that out. A couple other theories from who we saw, who we didn't see. We didn't see the grandma. I believe her name is Tabby, or we didn't see her. We saw Jade. We saw Christy for a quick second. We saw Ethan. Man, Ethan's growing on the show, right? We saw Ethan. We saw Donna. And here's another thing that I like to look at in the backgrounds of the show, because you'll never know what you'll see. Sometimes there's words and things written on the background, and I pay attention to the clocks and what time the clock is. And I did do a video on the clocks, so I'll definitely tag that in this video as well. And I want you guys to see it is the same time as that I mentioned and I referenced in my clocks video. We do see, like I said, Victor. We see Jade, and Jade having his visions. Of course, we know that Jade was having those Civil War visions. And last time the Civil War soldier shot at him, and this time it looks like he doesn't really look like a soldier, but I can't really tell. And he looks to be drinking. He looks to be shot in the eye. So this could have been the person that the Civil War soldier was actually shooting at, and then actually who he hit. And this is what now he's seeing the other side of that vision. And he appears to be drinking out of the blood, drinking out of the skull. And then you'll see later they showed him kind of attacking Jade for a quick second. And then we see, continuing with Jade's storyline, we see Jade pretty much looks like he's reenacting from what the scene he saw in the caves, where we had those, the children were laying down on those altars, looking up at the hole in the ceiling, and the hole in the ceiling was what we know as the three vines, the three roots of the three trees intersecting, making the symbol that he's obsessed with. And we see him with the notebook drawing the symbol and then trying to figure out what it can mean from different angles, possibly. From what it looks like, he's got string, but it looks like he's not has not figured it out yet. We see another scene of Jade. It looks to be outside. I'm not sure if this is past the bar or over by the barn, but looks like he's got his hand on a rock. But there is a field in front where there's like a whole bunch of stones, but I don't remember one being this color. I mean, this is like a blood red stone, but that could be it. And it could be Jade who actually steps on the bear trap. So I'm trying to think who else did I miss on here, but I mean, great trailer, great action, really building the excitement. Um, so many things to follow. We cannot wait until September 22nd. So many clips and so many mysteries. We did see Ellis. We saw Elgin. We saw Christy. We saw Fatima. Now, a lot of people thought Fatima was the one who passed away and who was in the cart. But we see her, and something's going on with Fatima. You know, she's not totally good here. We see her mouth bleeding when she's talking or coming out of the bathroom talking to Ellis, and then we see a clip later where she's sort of in the bathroom and it looks like her teeth is falling out. And so, and right after a clip where they say there's a lot of worse things that can happen to you here. And so, not really know what that means, something could be happening to Fatima, meaning her body, the baby. She could be turning into some sort of monster. The baby could be turning into some sort of monster. If you remember in season 2, either Ellis or Tabitha said that they kept having this dream where the baby was this creature or just this horrible thing. And so that could be what it is. It could be some sort of creature in her body living through her. So we don't know. Then we have this quick scene of the colony house being attacked. Was attacked in season 1. Looks like somebody busted the window, or I don't believe shot, but that woman is holding her right side, and it looks like here this guy who's barricading the front door has his gun up, and he looks like he's aiming to fire, and she's hit, kind of knocked back. I don't. It doesn't look like one of the monsters jumped through the window. If they did, it would have been a slash to her, like a head or chest, but she was hit kind of low, so it could be somebody shooting from the window. I'm not sure who this woman is. It could be the new character, Samantha Brown, who is the police officer, but we don't know. And then they do have a clip of the police officers here. There's Christy, and so there's Samantha Brown again. And now she must have saw the down tree, and they must have drove into the town. And of course, nighttime came, and it must have been doing their circles. And maybe it was a dual attack, or they were attacked at the same time that the people came into the town. So all the monsters are out. And now this monster behind her does look like a new monster that we have not seen before. Looks to be a monster in a one color solid dress with no hair. It does look like a woman. And then here's that was Fatima's teeth falling out. And then we see Jade getting attacked by what would be his vision. And then we see the ambulance. Now, ambulances, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the other ambulance by the clinic said, because it had TROY on the front of it. Did not know what that could mean. But here, it's kind of blurred out because in this scene we can't make it out at all. But if you keep looking at the scenes coming up, we see here what it says. Now, I'm going to do a separate video because I do see what it says. And I know that if I say it now, everybody's going to have that in their video. So I just want to see if anybody else can come up with it. But I do see what the lettering says. And I do know the location of where the ambulance is or from. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's where they are in Fromville, because if you remember, Boyd has the map in the police station, and they're all from different places. Sarah from Pennsylvania on her way to Boston. Um, the Matthews family were in like Southern California or Seattle, somewhere like that. Boyd and them were in Virginia. Like everybody came from everywhere else and kind of salted down tree. So it doesn't mean that just because this ambulance says where it's from on the side, that's actually where they are from. But couldn't get the keys, can't drive out of there. He's completely surrounded. How is he gonna get out of there? But I think they don't want to hurt Boyd, because we hear in another scene where the grandma's back, and she says we don't hear her say it, but we hear off camera. But in the scenes we see her, the grandmother says the game here is so fun, right? And so we know that they want to keep playing whatever this game is that they're playing. They want to keep playing. So we know that they're not willing to kill Boyd, because Boyd, to me, is making the game more and more interesting. So yeah, this has been great. Those were some of the things that I found in the video from watching the trailer. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if you guys seen anything. And I would love to hear your thoughts on the trailer. And I would love to hear what you guys think is going to happen in season 3, and if you think my theory of who died is correct. So listen, guys, it's really important to like and subscribe. I am the movie guru, and I'm trying to give you guys this from content as it is released. I'm really excited to have this show, be able to watch this show, and give you guys these great theories. Cannot wait until September 22nd when the show comes out, and I will be doing some more theories based on what I've seen in this official trailer. And so, look, make sure you like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you on the next video.